I'm at the grocery store getting some dates when another shopper, middle-aged guy carrying a basket, walks over to me and says, "Are you a Muslim?" And I say, "Yes, I am." Then he says, "Are you going to blow yourself up?" And I'm thinking, dude, I just left my job in Malaysia as a computer scientist because my husband Rizal got his dream job. My 4-year-old son Abrar was 4 years old then, and my baby girl Nadra was, still a baby. And I'm grocery shopping. And now this, and I can feel that, you know, my whole body just, and I had to leave. Few weeks after, Nadra was having the worst tantrum. And as soon as Riza comes back from work, I say, "Babe, look after her. I'm taking a shower." And I'm washing my face when I hear bang, bang, bang. "Come down now. There's police officers waiting for you." Drop myself off, put on my hijab, pick up Nadra, go downstairs, and I see two police officers in full gear, guns over their shoulders, fingers on the trigger. "Ma'am, your neighbor says there's a baby crying. Why is your baby crying?" "'Cause she's a baby." He checks her out. Nothing wrong with her. So they leave. And I'm thinking, America is the worst mistake of my life. To cheer me up, Risa got me a gift, an online course, so I can be an online consultant. And I can work from anywhere and still be with the kids. I don't want to work at Google from 9 to 5. I want to be with my family and empower other people. One of the first things I have to do is go live on social media. Mother's Day 2018, I put on a pretty pink top, some makeup, a floral hijab, and just before hitting the live button for the first time, I freeze. People gonna think you're a terrorist. And I hit the button. Today, I'm a 17 times number one international best-selling author. I've been featured on Forbes, TEDx, TV, magazines, hundreds of media, and spoken on many stages around the world. No person should ever have to be afraid of who you are, and your unique voices should be heard on prestigious platforms without prejudice. And one of the best ways for your voices to be heard is by becoming authors, or better yet, by becoming best-selling authors. I mean, like, just look at this, right? Not only that you have your name on the front cover of the book, which makes you an instant expert and instant credibility, because that is just how, if you see the top leaders in the world, they have their name, they have a book, and they have their name on the front cover. This is 1,000 times most powerful business card that you can have. And it is tangible. It's something that you can hold, you can touch, you can give it to people as a gift. I mean, just think about it. How many books have you bought this year? Learning or exploring or being curious about things just from books alone. So your book, when you write a book, it is a timeless legacy that you can have that can live for people. You can make not only make a big impact, but also make an income out of it. So these are some of my books. Money Makers, It Is Done, 13 Key Strategies. So this is one of my first few books. Um, Yes, I Can, The Game Changer. So if you search for my name on Google, Izdihar Jamil, And then you will start to see that my name comes up, and my books on Amazon is one of the top rankings when you search for my name, which shows that when you have books on Amazon, it has a high SEO. One of the things that people do before they wanted to, they kind of like, oh, who is this person? Let me check her out. And one of the ways that they do that is by Googling you. So when people Google me, for example, they'll see, my website, couple of links, and I think on the third or the fourth link is my books on Amazon. And they're gonna click on that and they're gonna say, "Oh my God, she has a lot of books." That's one of the first things that people see. Oh my God, she has a lot of books. And what does it give? Credibility and instant trust that this person knows what she is talking about. This person is legit. And this person, have something to offer because of the multiple books that I have on Amazon. And recently, not recently, I think it was yesterday or the day before, or sometime this week, that I got an email from my publisher saying, "Hey, we have your book royalty coming to you." Thank you. Gratitude. I'm an excellent receiver and I'm powerful money magnet. So I have passive income coming in from the books that I have written. And that is like incredible to have that, right? That I do it once and then I have passive income coming in. And the fact that people all around the world are able to get something out of me, are able to, that in some ways I'm able to share an idea, that I'm able to help people make their lives better or give them hope or give them a little bit of courage from my words. That in itself is something priceless. So I wanted to show you a quick video about my journey, a small video, a small movie that was made, that I made with Natalie Paris, a cinematographer, on overcoming social adversity. Not that one, but it's actually this one.
My name is Dr. Izdihar Jamil. I'm a media expert and I'm a mom of 3. I love sharing women's voices without prejudice. I love hearing their voices on prestigious platforms, whether it's on books, on TV, on magazines, on podcasts, on TED, or Forbes. Their voices should be heard. I grew up in Malaysia, and in Malaysia we have the 3 biggest races, the Malay, the Chinese, the Indians. I always grew up in a multicultural country, and because of that I was really, really comfortable with who I am, what I stand for, how I look like, what I wear. And then I moved to America in 2015. But what I didn't realize, the American dream that comes together with American dream, is the social adversity that I have to deal with. In all those instances, like, people couldn't hear my voice. They just had this preconception and judgment and prejudice against me just because I look how I look, I wear the hijab, I'm a Muslim woman, I'm an immigrant. So that's the point where I'm kind of like, I need to do something about this. Because I wanted to hide, I wanted to doubt myself, I just wanted to not go out. But it's not serving me, it's not serving my children, it's not serving the people around me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do more of myself out there. I'm gonna put myself out there on TV, on magazines, on TED Talk, on books, on interviews, podcasts. Like, there's gonna be like more of me out there so that people know, hang on a minute, this is not right. What she looks like this, but actually she is like this. It takes courage to wear the hijab in America. And that's kind of how the online coaching business and consultancy started with me helping my best friend. And then I helped the next women and the next women and the next women building their business, making sales. And now organically throughout the time, I've moved into media and authority building because I've understood that over time, this is what I truly am fighting for your voice, for my children's voice, for our voices to be heard. Today, I'm a best-selling author. I've been featured on Forbes, TED, TV, magazines, hundreds of media, and spoken to thousands of people around the world. No person should ever have to be afraid of who they are, and your unique voices should be heard on prestigious platforms around the world without prejudice.
So that's a little bit about me in overcoming social adversity is the courage to share your voice. And the same when you have books, is the courage to share your voice for your idea, for your take on something, for your principle. And it was at the Four Seasons Hotel in Westlake Village, I think not this year, but I think last year, that I attended a session, a workshop. And one of the things that I worked on in a workshop is what is it that I want to teach people in my training, in my master classes? What are the main things that I wanted to teach people? And it's called the three critical steps. And as I was hashing things down, what are the three main things? And one of them was this point of, are you visible? Which was what happened to me a few years back when I volunteered, or I was assisting at an event, and I was at the registration desk, welcoming people, helping them to fill in their guest cards. And when the people came in, they walk into my left, to my colleague on my left, or they walk into my colleague to my right. So the people keep on bypassing me. They went to my right, they went to my left, they went to my right and left, and so on. And then the one or two people that actually came towards me, they didn't even make an eye contact, not even, a couple of conversations. They came in, they pick up their guest card, fill in the details, and then they walk into the venue. And I was like, what is going on? Why are people missing me? I'm right there. And then a few weeks after, I had a conversation with my friend, Dr. Sawia, and I shared with her what happened because she has gone through the same process as I did. And one of the things that she asked me was that, are you playing the invisible game? And I was like, what are you talking about? I am clearly visible because I was physically there. And then she went on and said, people from our culture tend to be a little bit shy when it comes to strangers. So we tend to move to the background, hide ourselves a little bit. And then I was like, I wasn't hiding. I was there. I was there, front and center. You can't miss me. I was standing at the table. And then as I was driving home, something, pop up in my mind. And I was like, oh my God, I did say that I just want to be in the background. So in a way, it created like an invisibility cloak around me, like put up a wall around me so that in a way that people can't see me because I've already created that I just want to be in the background. So what happens when you're in the background? Nobody sees you when you're in the background, right? So that's why people keep on missing me. So the next time that I went to that event assisting, I decided that, what, I'm going to play a different game. I am going to make eye contact with a person as soon as they come in. I'm going to be smiling. I'm going to be, creating myself to be of service, to be helpful, to have a little bit of fun, to have the warmth and generosity and compassion as people walked in. And on that day, as soon as people walk in, I made eye contact, I smiled, I said hello to them, creating that connection with them. By the end of the session or throughout the session, I had a line in front of me of people wanting for me to help them like a line. And even my colleague on the right, on the left, they were like, why are all these people lining up in front of you? So I understood that time the power of being intentionally visible. So I kind of like, okay, I have this idea of, are you visible, right? Like being intentionally visible. So I was like, you know what? I really want to write a book about this. But it was, it was too much. I've got the kids, I've got a lot of things going on. I am organizing the TEDx Santi Timbichi event, got my clients, got a house run, cooking, multiple things going on. Now, where am I going to get the time to do this? So I figured out, you know what, AI at that time, was like really hot. So attended a training, like writing a book using AI. I'm like, okay. So I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I started to take what I learned and kind of like, tweak things a little bit about my book, Are You Visible? And it was so fun, it was so exciting. And I think within the day I had like a structure, I had like a draft manuscript on my book. And it wasn't even like, it was just within that day, within a few hours, I've learned and implemented it. And I was like, this is awesome. So for the next, 3 days, I worked on, the structure, the content based on my idea, based on my perspective, my stories, my examples, my principle. And then I tell AI, hey, this is the story, this is the example, this is the principles, the idea, this is my take on things, and I want you to write on it. So, and that's what happened. And my book, Are You Visible, available on Amazon, came out. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. And I just want everybody to remember that when you use AI to write your work, remember that you are the expert. You tell AI what to do. And that's exactly what I teach my clients. You tell AI what to do, not the other way around. Because AI can never replace your knowledge, your expertise, your stories, your take on things, your perspective. So I told AI what to write. There's a very specific ways on how I told AI what to write so that it generates the content that I want and then it produced it. And once I had that rough manuscript, what did I do? Did I just take it and publish it? No. I reviewed it, I tweaked it, I added my take on things, my personal story on it. The little quotes here and there, little case study. So I made it mine. So that way I avoid any plagiarism or copying someone else's idea because all those things that I just use AI to build the rough structure of the manuscript, it's still a good manuscript, but I take it to the next level. And that's really important that for people to see your expertise, for people to see your take on things. And it was just pretty fast, it was pretty fast. Like I said, within the same day, I was able to have the rough manuscript. And over the next few days, it's just a matter of tweaking, polishing things and tweaking and polishing things. And of course, I had my editing team kind of running through the take of things. So that is one of the biggest benefits of AI. And in the masterclass I'm hosting on the 30th of August, I'll be teaching you, I'll be showing you, like about AI. How did I write my book using AI? What are the things you want to look for? What are the things that you need to have? What are the fundamentals that you need to have? What does AI look like? What kind of result that you can get from using AI to write your book, and you'll get the result fast. As long as you know what to do, the structure that you want to have, the structure that you want to put forward, then you can have the result that you want based on your experience, based on your expertise. I do want to invite you to come and join me on the masterclass I'm hosting on the 30th of August. So if you do, I would love for you to join me. And this is the book, Are You Visible? It is available on Amazon. And the to sign up for the masterclass, just go to izdiharjamil.com /masterclass. Izdihar masterclass. So what we are going to be doing is that we're going to be identifying the principles that you need to have when you want to write your book. So you've got to have these fundamentals first. And then we're going to take a sneak peek at AI and what it can do for you, and as well as the impact, what AI can do in crafting your book for you, what kind of result that you can expect to get. And then we're also going to explore some benefits of becoming an author. What's possible when you become an author, or hopefully a best-selling author. Okay, so again, go to izdiharjamil.com /masterclass. Izdiharjamil.com /masterclass. And while I wrap this up, I just wanted to share a couple of tips that for you that you can use, that you can consider when you want to write your book using AI. The first tip is that you want to have a clear vision or an idea about what your book is about. The theme, the audience, the structure, the title, the subtitle, the content of it. You want to have a clear theme, the book vision of what you want to have before you even use AI. Because remember, you are the expert. You tell AI what to do. And the second part, the second tip, just mention it, you are the expert. You are the expert. You tell AI what to do, how to craft it, how does the structure is going to look like, what are the details you want in them, what are the keywords, what are the ideas that you want to have in your book. Because otherwise, how do you even showcase your expertise if you just, okay, write a book on X, write a book on how entrepreneurs can make money using social media, for example, and just tell it to write. So that's not going to be your take on this. That's not going to be your point of view. It's going to feel very cold. It's going to feel very cold because it's not your voice that you're putting out there. But the way that I teach, it has, we take your voice, your point of view, and put it inside a book and just use AI to fast track the whole process. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me here today. Remember, I'm hosting a masterclass on how to write your book fast using AI. Sign up to izdiharjamil.com /masterclass. And until the next episode, remember, be brave in sharing your voice so you can make the biggest impact to others for the highest good. And so it is, and so it is done.